Hello, hello, welcome everyone. I have a Christmas present I would like to share with you. So this is going to be a flip through of the Unofficial Yellowstone coloring book. So this is unofficial, unauthorized, not licensed, approved, or endorsed by the producers of Yellowstone, Paramount, or NBC. So if you flip it over on the back, lasso up some crayons, colored pencils, markers, and become a member of the family, you get 38 unique illustrations of the American West. So something for every creative cowboy and cowgirl. This is a Dover Publications book, which I thought was super neat. So the same people that do like the Creative Haven and things like that. It is a little on the smaller side, so it is about a half inch-ish wider than a Creative Haven, but a little bit shorter. So I think they did a fantastic job on the cover of giving it that old Western feel with the brown leather book feel with the gold leathering, and this is kind of embedded a little bit so you can feel it. So it does give it that nice Old West feel, I think. So the Unofficial Yellowstone coloring book, Dover Publications. And then we have an introduction. Now the cool thing about this book is the art is done by Toufexis, who is also who does like the color by numbers for Dover. So I thought that was super neat, and you will kind of see it when you look through the book. You will see the similarities between his color by numbers and the art in this book. Text by Megan Craig. So each page does have a little blurb about it. So Megan did the text, George does the drawings. Copyright 2023, unofficial, all the good copyright stuff. And then we get started. So if you are not worried about the text on the other side, you could say it's single-sided, but I think I'm going to stick to pencils in this book. This paper is very smooth, and I will talk about that a little more as I go through the book. I did start a page in here just to kind of show what a page could look like, because I feel like this style is not necessarily going to be everybody's cup of tea. I think it's going to be a little intimidating for some, so I did start one just to kind of show what they could look like done. So we start off with the gate to the Yellowstone Ranch. And then this one, John is the patriarch. So we got John down here. And it does have very much the likeness of John Dutton. And then he's looking out into the beautiful scenery here. So then we have a little bit about Montana. And then we got the map. So that's kind of neat. Here we have a little bit about the agriculturing, if I could talk. New York Yellowstone, Paramount Network's Yellowstone series brought more than 700 million and more than 2 million visitors to the state in 2021. Power of TV. So here is a little bit about the ranch itself, where it's at, all that good stuff. So the ranch breeds Angus cattle, which survive the harsh winters. So Angus cattle are usually the black cows. So here's a little about the Chief Joseph Ranch, the lodge, which is where they live. And again, you can kind of see like how he does the clouds and things. It does have a little bit of that color by number feel. Not a lot of details in the trees or things. The house is done well though. So the heart of the ranch is the great room fireplace made from local river rock. So you could look up Google Images if you type in like Yellowstone fireplace or you know, their names, Beth Dutton, Rip, whatever. It will give you pictures of them to kind of base your colors and things off if you need to. I have watched the Yellowstone series. But I would still have to look at a couple images just to remember kind of things, who's who and whatnot. I didn't pay close attention. So this is talking about a quarter horse. You can kind of see the one I colored peeking through. So in order to give the viewers the most authentic experience, Sheridan sent his cats to cowboy camps. So here's talking a little bit about like that. So again, I would kind of have to look up what each character is wearing if I was going to go super accurate with it. I will probably just color it basic Western, you know, blue jeans, brown coats, things like that is my plan. So here is the bunkhouse. So this is where all the boys that work on the ranch sleep at the Yellowstone. So it tells you a little bit about that. So this talks about Lloyd and Jake, Ethan and Travis, and kind of how they got their job on the Yellowstone and all that. So I do believe this one is Lloyd, the older cowboy. So this one is Ryan Bingham. He also has music and things on YouTube if you didn't know that. He plays Walker. And again, I would have to like look up and see what he's wearing if I were trying to do it super accurate, but I can tell by the way he's drawn who he's supposed to be. And then here is the one I started. So you can kind of see if we look at, let me pull back one with some scenery in it real quick here. So they looked like this when I started, just the very plain hills, no lines, no nothing. So I went in with about 4 or 5 different colored pencils and kind of layered them in to give them that nicey grassy depth look with the sun kind of peeking off the top there. I got my fence put in. I did use a mix of Prismacolor with the Derwent Chroma Flow. Got my sky put in. So I'm still working on this one, but I mainly just wanted to kind of start one. So when I did the book flip, you could see the potential the pages could have and kind of how to go about it. They do look very pretty and very much look like paintings when they are done. So continuing on, this one is about Beth Dunton, and I did look up her coat. So her coat isn't done, but I did look up the colors. Hers is a little more of a brighter blue because I have so many bright colors up here. I kind of dulled it down with a muted turquoise a little bit, but continuing on. So this one is talking about barrel racing, riding equipment, Yellowstone has its share of spirited barrel racing roles, and Amberly Snyder is on there, and she is a real-life champion barrel racer. So that's kind of neat. There's Jimmy. If you know Jimmy off the show, he's kind of a cowboy who wasn't really a cowboy, but he's learning to be. A little section on cowboy boots. And again, this would be a great spot to put in some real depth and dimension on your wood here. Play with your browns, details on the boots. I do think I'm going to make her designs on her boots glittery just because if I had cowgirl boots, that's what I would want. Cowboy hats. And I would definitely have to Google some to get some different colors and patterns and things and kind of, otherwise I'd have a whole lot of brown cowboy hats hanging on the wall, brown and black. So here's about saddles, talking about the one Kevin Costner used. Trucks. The Yellowstone chopper. Which I think is cool. On the bigger ranches around Wyoming and Montana, they herd cattle with the helicopters now instead of, they still have some people on horses, but all them cows, they're getting ready to herd. This is when Casey and Tate discover fossilized dinosaur bones in their front yard. Also a cute one. We have a big old dinosaur museum about an hour from here in the Hot Springs State Park. They're pretty cool to go and look at. So here is the bear scene. This talks a little bit about bears and what you do if you run into one. This will be another real pretty page when it's all done with the mountains put in and the trees and where the buffaloes roam. So we do have buffalo where I live too, so I do like this page. Mustangs, wild horses. So this is Casey's dog. Talks a little about her and her job on Yellowstone. I think I am a sucker for this book for all these big mountain scenes. That's what I have my eye on. This is a little bit about the political side of Yellowstone and him trying to be the governor and all that good stuff that goes with that. This says, even though it takes place in Montana, many Yellowstone scenes were filmed in Utah. Park City, Ogden, and Spanish Fork. The village scenes were filmed in Ogden on the charming historic 25th Street. Fun fact, I didn't know that. Very cool. Some of the ranch scenes also shot in Utah. Thousand Peaks Ranch in Oakley. Casino. Lots of casinos around here. Ruby's Cafe. So this is kind of when they have their flashback. Native tribe. The same piece of fictional land he recently purchased. Salish tribe lived on the land that is now the Chief Joseph Ranch. We have lots of teepees around here, huh? Yeah, so we could go peek at those teepees so we know how we want to color them. And then there's that last very pretty scene. I'm assuming this is Mr. John Dutton himself here on his land. Looks like this could be a cute little pond. Very pretty and very fun. Again, definitely can see like how it could be a color by number, but oh, and a little fishing scene. That one's cute. So there is that. That is the Unofficial Yellowstone Coloring Book by Dover Publications, drawn by George Toufexis, if I could talk. Again, hopefully this will be done in one of my completed pages and I'll have it posted so you can kind of see what a finished product looks like out of here, because again, some of them can be a little, like this one, mountains and things. So I think having a finished one will kind of help people see what they can look like done. But again, questions, comments, requests, anything like that, please let me know. I will link this down if it is on Amazon down below. I forgot to check, but it is also available at Walmart. That is where mine came from before Santa delivered. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.